it's me. If you hear that noise, it's just my ice cubes. I'm sorry. First, some disclaimers. I'm drinking water, so if you hear me sipping on my ice cubes, I'm sorry, but I need to not be thirsty for this. And secondly, my usual microphone I use for my IRL style videos is currently in the hands of the one and only Spot Puppy because I lent it to her and we both forgot that she had it. So I'm using the microphone I use when I record gaming videos. So if it sounds different, that's why. Anyways, let's start with this. I'm gonna start by showing you the outside of the box, and later we can get to everything else. And I'm gonna probably accidentally hit the tripod like I always do, and the computer microphone is right there. So if she peeks into frame and you see like a weird colorful thing, it's just her, so ignore her. So let's start with the box. This is the outside box. So this is a collector doll. I think she as in Snow White live action didn't get any Playline dolls, which is pretty disappointing. I didn't bother to check, but the Mattel made a what's called a doll of both Snow White and the Evil Queen. So obviously I chose to get Snow White. So here's, it's gonna have to be sideways, I'm sorry. Disney collector, and it has a picture of an apple. And the vines with flowers. I'm pretty sure these are probably like apple flowers or like an apple tree or something. I'm sure that's probably what it is. I don't know what it is, but that's what I think it is. It says Disney Snow White with the logo for the new movie, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the new logo, right? And it says Maytold there. The sides of the box just continue the pattern of what I'm guessing is an apple tree. This is the this is the box's right side or left side. If you're looking at it like this is the left side. I'm gonna try to not hit the microphone. And this is the right side. I like this box, but you know, I have the box. First of all, it's nice because it looks like the night scene. It's not night. It just turns really dark. The scene where she runs away from the hunter, or well, actually, it's more like the hunter lets her run away. You know, where it turns really dark and the trees all turn really scary. It looks like that, so it's nice. And I like the apple thing because it's obviously Snow White. But I feel like it doesn't have to do with anything with Snow White herself, so it is a nice box to just have displayed. But yeah, I feel like it could have had something more exciting on the front. This part is like 3D. You see, it comes off, not comes off, it like, it's glossy, so the apple and these light parts are glossy, which is really nice. The logo I think is also 3D, but it's not glossy. So if you run your hand over it, you can feel it, but it's not glossy. Here's the top, it's just more night. Here's the bottom, it's just information. And here's the back. I'm gonna read it out to you. Just says, it's just more vines. They're not connected to anything, they're just vines. And it says Disney collector, and it says Mattel, and it has Mookie logo there. I'm gonna put it over there so you can see the text. Up here where you can't see, there's just the Snow White logo again, and then down there it says Snow White, haunted by her jealous wicked stepmother, Snow White joins forces with miners and a group of rebels and finds the strength and courage to overthrow the evil queen and become the leader of this once joyful prosperous land, which is just the plot of the new movie, okay? So let's still looking at the box, let's take this off because this is just the outside box. When I bought this doll, I thought it was just gonna be like this part. I didn't know it would have like these two, like this shoebox basically. This is the doll shoebox. I didn't know it would have it So I was like, oh, where am I gonna keep that? Anyways, let's remove it. So this is the inside of this part of the box. The other part is just blank because the doll is against that part, so you're not meant to take that part away if you're gonna keep the doll in box. But this is this side. This side, I don't even know what it is. It's just flowers. This has nothing to do with her. Like, what even is this? It's nice, and you're probably never gonna see it unless you display your doll like this. So, you know, it's whatever. You can, I guess it's nice that they even put something there in the first place and it's not just blank like the other side. Surprise! I got this doll last week. I was so excited for her that I just took her out. So, yeah. So I already took her out of the box, but I'm still gonna recreate for you what it was like to open her and, like, you know, the box. You will have pictures of what I was doing, so you can see I'm not lying to you. And back here there's nothing. It's covered, and you can just remove it. It's not attached to anything. It's not glued down. It's just a piece of plastic that fits in there. So then you can just remove this part. And you have this. You, in theory, could also just, I don't know, display this part only with the doll inside, but I feel like it would look a little derpy, especially because it can't stand by itself. I feel like it would be even heavier with the doll inside. And then the back, there's no back because the back is the shoebox, so here's just packaging of the doll. So if you have her against the wall, it would look nice. But on any other scenario, I don't think it would be a good choice to only have this part. This is the inside of the box. It's mostly good. It's only broken in one part that you're probably gonna see where. But it's just a nice. I like the. It's just the forest, but I like how the outside of the box. I'm gonna put it sideways so you can see all of it. The outside of the box is just like the night, not the night, the darkness. It wasn't nighttime. The darkness of, like, when she was running away. But then this side is, it's a little bit like dark, but then it goes into like a nice bright part of the forest, which is like, you know, where she gets saved by the animals and they like help her find, like, you know, the cottage. So yeah, this is the inside of the box. I'm gonna tell you how I open this doll. So when you're opening this doll, you're gonna see these red threads everywhere. So all of the red strings that you're gonna see, like, throughout the sides, I pulled most of them out, but like they're through the back here and like on the bottom. All of those attached to the cloak, I would recommend. It doesn't matter when you cut them because they're not attached to the doll herself, so you could just leave them there. And then because the cloak itself, I'm gonna grab the cloak, I'm gonna show it to you closely there. It was not on the doll, it was behind this packaging. I'm probably gonna put the picture. So it doesn't matter when you cut it because you'd still have to remove the doll first and then pull. See that you removed all of the threads that attach it and then pull it from underneath this. So you can leave those or you can cut those, it doesn't matter because it's not gonna fall out. And then the doll herself was just attached by, like, I call them belts. And they're like on the Descendants dolls too, if you've opened one of those, but I call them the belts. And then in theory, you could just finagle it and pull it out without having to cut anything. I personally cut all of the thick parts off and just like remove them. She had them around her feet. They're still in here. So this is what the belts look like. At least the whole part, and this would be the thick part. So she had one around each of her ankles, and what I did for those, because they were like really tight, I just pulled her dress up because her dress was in the way. I pulled it up and then I grabbed it and I pulled it really far away from her because these ones are like flexible, you know. I pulled it really far away from her and I cut them really carefully. but like be careful because her shoes have ribbon on them and I don't want you to accidentally cut the dress or the ribbon. She had one around her waist. That one was also easy because she doesn't have like hair on the waist, so you just have to make sure you don't accidentally cut any part of the dress. She had around her arms, but those ones, I think they were, I don't know how they were attached, but I literally, you can see it like in the video, I pulled her like forward, like through their arms, and they literally detach, not from hair, but from the box. So you can just pull her forward, and those ones will still be attached to her arms, but then like because her arm is out of the box, you can just like pull it forward and cut the belt or like remove it, whatever you want. And then I'm pretty sure those were all the ones she had. But if she has any other, then you can do the same for the other. Just pull it up the thick part away from her really carefully and then cut and try to not get anything stuck. She didn't have any tea ties on the dress, if that's something that worries you. There were no tea ties on the cape, not a cape, hood. There's no tea ties on her hood or on her dress. She only had tea ties on the back of the head. She has 3, which is a whole lot. But when I was cutting her, I'll put the picture, I was pulling her head forward and cutting them from behind her like this, so you don't have to remove this part of the packaging, which is what I was trying to do, so I wouldn't leave any holes. But when I was pulling her, when I was cutting the one on this side, this one, she just came off because the one on the back of her head didn't actually go through her head, I think, or was like broken already or something. So it wasn't attached to her, it just came off. So maybe that'll happen to you and you'll only have 2 to cut off 2, but if you don't, if you cut the ones on the side, then you'll just be able to like pull her up and try to do it from underneath her, or pull her forward and try to do it from behind her. I don't think you have to remove the box, this part, for that. So but just be careful, of course, with the hair. And other things, the birds, the apple, oh yeah, the apple was like on the packaging. If you've seen my Bridget video, it's like a thing where it like clasps around the hand and it's just like around the accessory, and you can just really easily pull it off of their hand. I think it had like rubber bands. I'm pretty sure she had rubber bands somewhere else, I don't remember where, but you can easily pull it off and forget about it. And then the birds, she comes with birds. The birds were here and here, and they weren't tea-tied on, they were just rubber banded on. But I struggled a lot because I couldn't see what they were doing. They have 1 rubber band each, and like their butts, you can't see very well, but there's like holes for their feet and their butts. Their butts are through there and they're rubber banded onto it, so you have to remove the rubber band, but it was like on a lot of parts, so I think I ended up just, yeah, I was just there for a really long time trying to remove the stupid birds. Anyways, that's for the doll. The thing that did happen is over here where this part is was the base, the bottom of the base. It's hidden behind her dress on the box. The base over here, you can see I accidentally made a hole. I don't know how that happened because the base also just has a belt around it. One of these just had a belt and it was easy. The top part of the base was the hard part because it was over here, and I couldn't figure out how to open it, because if you try to pull it from underneath, it would hit this, and I didn't want to remove that, so I decided to just pull it from underneath, and it did cause this tear. It's not the worst tear possible if you're not worried about like this part of the box, but if you are worried about the whole integrity of the box, I think I just recommend trying to remove this part so you can pull it up. But if you're like me and you're like, I can hide it, then you can just pull it out from underneath really carefully, or you can figure out how you're actually meant to remove the base. because I couldn't figure it out. Here's the back. You can see a bunch of holes. Those holes are just for the thread. You can see like red steel stuck to this one, I think. So yeah, the holes are just for the thread, and these big ones are for the belts, and these parts are these ones are just the ones that are holding this and the birds like perches down onto the box. So really it's not that bad. It did take me like, personally, because I had no idea what I was doing, it took me like 20 minutes to do it, but in reality it'll, if you're being really careful, it'll take you like 5. So yeah, now I'm gonna bring you the lady, because she's the lady of the hour and she's not even here. Where is she? I'll bring you the lady. Here she is. Freaking gorgeous, so beautiful. I don't know if you can see her face, but there she is. So I'm gonna do a close-up of her accessories first, but she's gonna be back there. First off, where did I put the birds? Oh, I'm sitting on them, I'm sorry. So here's the birds. She comes with 2 birds. I thought she only came with 1, to be honest, and honestly I think she should have only come with 1 and a different accessory, because I'm pretty sure these are the exact same birds. Yeah. So if you're gonna leave her in box, it's nice, but if you're gonna pull her out of the box, now you have 2 of the same bird. They come with a hole on their feet, because I'm pretty sure you're meant to like perch them on her hands. I haven't tried it yet. Put their butts there somehow. Oh, I did it. There we go. Yeah. They perch on her fingers like that. Right now he looks a little crazy because I put him backwards by accident. And she doesn't need 2 of the same bird that you're gonna pull her out of the box, because all they do is this. And only one fits on her one hand, and I don't know if you want to have your Snow White with 2 birds like this. It will look a little silly, and you wouldn't have space for the other accessory. The other bird fell under my bed, so I'm just gonna put this one over there. The other accessory she comes with is still... So this is the packaging it comes from. Right now it's sideways because I tried to pull it out and failed. But the apple would come like this on her hand, inside of the packaging. So here's the apple she comes with. But you can, it's nothing special. It's just an apple. It doesn't. It really is just an apple. I don't know what to tell you. It's just an apple. It has a hole for her fingies. You can put it on, and now she's holding her apple. So that's the accessories that aren't clothes that she comes with. I'm gonna show you the other thing because I completely forgot about it. But the certificate comes with a certificate that says you didn't make a fake. So yeah, the certificate is not attached to anything. It's just on the back of the box. It literally is just there like this. So yeah, you don't have to fight with it. You can literally just grab it and remove it, and it's just a piece of cardboard, whatever. Just so if you sell her, I guess they know it's not a fake or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's look at the doll herself. Give me that, my lady, thank you. I'm gonna bring her so you can see her face. Here is Snow White. She's gorgeous. Obviously the face is just, there's no exciting makeup or anything. It literally is just like Rachel Ziegler, or is it Ziegler? I don't know, it's one of those. On really simple Snow White makeup. But obviously that's completely fine because I don't imagine Snow White is known for her really eccentric makeup. So yeah, the face, freaking gorgeous, that's beautiful. The hair, I see, I'm gonna talk about the hair later. Here, she comes with this necklace, which is a necklace that her dad gives her in the movie because she has parents now. It's not focusing. It's not gonna focus, but it doesn't say anything. In the movie it says like the slogan that her dad had, like "Be kind, fair, and true," or something like that. And on the doll it doesn't say anything. It's just scribbles. But it is really nice that I included it because this is a really nice necklace. The only issue with the necklace is that it comes crooked in the packaging. It was crooked. I had to lift up there's an elastic here. You can't really see it, but there's an elastic here and here holding the necklace down, and I think it wasn't just the elastics. I think that like this part of the necklace, like the hinge, not a hinge, but like the thing that's holding the pendant to the chain was also like crooked, so I had to like stay there for a second and like genuinely just move it around so it would lay kind of flat. It's not completely flat because it is going sideways, but like genuinely if you wanted to like completely flat, I think you would have to be there for like a few minutes trying to make it like completely flat. I don't know what material it is. I think it's just like really shiny plastic, and like, so this part is thread. See, the chain is thread, and this part is probably just like plastic. I think it looks good, to be honest, so I'm glad they figured out how to make it look good even if it's a bit crooked. This freaking like corset thing is so freaking beautiful. The threads and like the belt. Here are the sleeves. She does have plastic under here, and she also has it on her knees. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, that's on her knees. Probably for packaging reasons, I won't remove it from mine because I don't want to remove her clothes. So yeah, in her sleeves have like these. They're red on the inside on the cuff, and she has these cute little freaking ribbons like the ones on her thing. This dress is perfect. I'll show you the skirt now. Oh, her color, this thing, it also looks really good. I like how it looks on the doll. Here is the dress. It's yellow, and you can't see it really well on camera because it refuses to focus. But it has patterns on it, so it's like it's 3 layers. It's this like sheer yellow one. I think it's kind of, I'm gonna put my hand. It's kind of sparkly, I think, but not like it has glitter in it. I think it's just like shiny. And then there's another layer that has like this pattern. I think it's like grapevine. It looks really nice. Not like this, but like with this sheer thing on top, it looks really nice. And then it has another layer underneath that's also yellow. And it's just like a really nice shiny fabric. So that's her dress. I think it's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. I love this dress so much. It's freaking gorgeous. And I'll show you the shoes. Let me take off her base so she can move her legs. So here's the shoes. One's already untying, but here's the shoes. They're flat with yeah, they have like something like quote unquote carved, because I'm guessing they're like, you know, in the movie it would have been carved if it was a real shoe. You can't see it, but yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just a nice flower thing, and then it has a hole for the ribbon so that her shoes have real ribbon. Since it's just one crisscross, they're probably really easy to tie. They already come tied, but as you can see, one's already untying. So yeah, those are the shoes. They're really nice. I like that they made them red, because the OG Snow White shoes are also yellow. So you can't, you're not supposed to draw attention to the shoes, but you know. It's nice that they're like unique now, you know. I do like the shoes, and I like that they're flat and they're not heeled. Here's the hair. It's It's basically the hairstyle like you expect from Snow White. The trade-off is that this is completely gelled down everywhere. There's like not a single part that isn't gelled down, which is completely fine because obviously you would need gel to hold up a hairstyle like this if you wanted to look an exact way. But the trade-off is that you basically have no hair. And I do think that the most quote-unquote factory error could come from the hair, because I feel like these curls, mine are a bit, they're not perfect, let's say. So I do have a feeling like these back curls too, that some Snow White may come with a bit of a crooked hair situation, which would be bad because since this is Brock, I literally don't know how you would fix it. And as for her cute little headband, I'm pretty sure it's just like a piece of ribbon with a bow that's sewed into the head. Like this, I think it's literally just ribbon. And then you can see there's a stitch on the side there of either side of her head. There's a stitch there. So I'm pretty sure it's just ribbon that's just sewn into her head. And this is a two-way thing, because like it's nice that it's not an obvious tie, and it's like really nice and subtle, and like it's nice that it's just a ribbon, because then it can be really dainty even though it's the doll scale and it's not like a really thick headband that's like the trade-off is, I honestly don't know. If you didn't want it, I honestly don't know how you would take it off other than just going in and just ripping it off, honestly. So if you don't want the ribbon, I'm sorry for you. I'm gonna do one more so you can see how gorgeous this dress is. Look how beautiful it is. So shiny. And oh yeah, here's how it opens. It opens on like the top, and then you would have to just remove her top and then like slip her legs out of the skirt, so the skirt doesn't open. The collar does open. The collar isn't sewn together, so yeah, you can just remove the velcro and then remove the sleeves and then just slip her out of the dress, and then remove the plastic or like elastic, so I don't know, change her dress or whatever you want to do with her. If you buy her, she's your doll. I am in love with her. She's so freaking gorgeous. Just one more. Oh yeah, another thing. Mine's dress came a bit wrinkly in the back. I'm not sure if it was caused because, as I said, I pushed the dress up like this so I could get to the shoes, so I could cut the belts off. So I'm not sure if it was caused there or if it was because of the packaging, because it has to lay flat like this behind, you know, basically on top of the packaging. So yeah, basically this dress comes flat and a bit wrinkly. If you mind a bit of the wrinkliness, then watch out for that, because I have a feeling that most of them come with a wrinkly dress. I'm gonna lay her down so we can look at her base. Her base is this simple, I'll say it, simple design, white. It's not exciting, and it's just a clear thing. It's clear like this. It goes like this, so you know, just stick it in there. Try to make sure it gets on the leg. Yeah, once it gets on the leg, you'll fit it. You basically just lock in the other leg and ta-da! She can stand! This is nice. Oh, you can see the microphone. Oops, sorry. As I was saying, this is nice because it's easy for beginners. I have a feeling that like saddle stands are tricky because you have to balance her, like, you know, on top of her crotch, you know, you have to balance her crotch there. So I think this one is nice because it's simple and it looks pretty. The only trade-off, I think, it's that because her shoes are not heeled, I'm gonna hold it up. Her feet look like this. They're never gonna lay flat on the stand, to be honest. It may be me doing it wrong, but yeah, I think she's never gonna be able to stand flat on it, and she'll always have space underneath her feet. Because you can kind of see it honestly from underneath the dress, because you can see her feet. Not only because you can see her feet, but also because they're red, so you can see it underneath the dress. So if that bothers you, you'll have to figure out the stand situation. But I have a feeling that, you know, a lot of people that get those with dresses already have a way they can pose them, but if you don't, the stand is nice. The other thing is that she doesn't fall off, like she doesn't topple over, so it's kind of easy for her to be crooked because if she's too to the side, I guess what I'm saying is the base works too well, because if she's too to the side, she stays up, or too forward, she stays up, or like too back, she also stays up. So it's kind of hard to find a way for her to be completely center. Other thing is that you can't, because her thighs have to be locked around the base, so you can see. She can't really move her legs. She does have knees, so you could bend her knees up and down, but like her leg itself would not be able to like move up or down with this base, which is just, it's a thing, because I'm guessing that a lot of people with dresses don't post them super exciting, but that's a thing. If you really like posting your doll, see, she's crooked. I don't know how to make her look like you can't really. There we go. I think she's fine now. I can't talk about like body molds because I don't know, but if you look up her skirt, she does have molded on underwear, which I think she shouldn't have because she's wearing a dress and she's a collector level doll. And in my opinion, I don't think collector level dolls should have molded on underwear, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's the doll. And oh, the last thing, I almost forgot about this. Her cloak. This is gorgeous. It goes really wide, and the hood can actually go over her head, which is mostly because her head isn't super fucking big, but you know. So it comes already tied in the box, so you do have to untie it yourself. So if you're bad at untying knots, watch out. You can just like, but it's really easy. You can just put it over her shoulders and tie it. The only thing is that it will crush the collar, so be careful with that. Try to make it center because it's so big, it can go sideways, and then you have to tie the little ribbon. Ta-da! She has her hood on, and then you can just slip it over her head. She's so fucking gorgeous. I think mine's crooked. Oops. More like that. It doesn't completely lay flat, like if it's not snug, it's loose, which it was loose in the movie. Move her back, there we go. It was loose in the movie, but it looked, because of the way, you know, the fabric falls, it falls like this on the actress, it looks good, but on the doll it's more like you could just bunch this up. So if that annoys you, you can just have the hood down. Oop. There you go, and then you can just have the cloak, or you could just not have the cloak at all and you can just leave it in the box. It's your choice. So this is the doll. I freaking love this doll. So yeah, this doll specifically is the most beautiful doll ever of this year, probably. Like, I love this doll. I don't know where I'm gonna put her, but for now I'm just gonna leave her here to be beautiful. So if you just love Snow White and you don't care about movies, just get this doll. It's gorgeous. Anyways, bye. I have to stop the audio first.